Hey peeps, my name is Kadeem and I am going to help someone today. Oh, you better be clicking that like button. Alright, so as you probably know by now, the iPhone 12 has been released. Awesome. And I know a lot of you are going to get it, and I'm not faulting anyone for getting it, or maybe I am by the end of this video, you'll know. But I feel like many people get the iPhone each and every year without ever stopping to think about, is this the right phone for me? Is it an economical buy? And what are the actual benefits to getting a new phone versus keeping the one I have now? The purpose of this video is not to necessarily bash the iPhone 12 because I think it's a great phone, but it is to get you to think about, why do you need a new phone if you already have a great phone? I have the iPhone XR, which is a fantastic phone. So I'm going to tell you why I won't be upgrading for these very reasons. And also, this is my experience. Your experience may be different, and I will get to that later on in the video as well. Alright, so let's start off with the first thing. The first thing is that the iPhone 12 comes with an A14 Bionic processor, as opposed to my iPhone XR, which has an A12 Bionic processor. Now, while the A14 is a fantastic processor, Apple has done a really good job on making this the fastest processor on the market right now. However, my iPhone XR is already super fast. And the truth is, most of you out there probably won't notice the difference anyway between the A14 and the A12. If you're just on Facebook, on Instagram, if you're not doing graphics on your phone, if you're not doing anything that requires intense processing speed, most of you, this will not matter much. And I'm going to guess that that is the majority. The next thing is the camera. No, Apple cameras have always been great. And my iPhone XR is fantastic. If you have an iPhone 8, if you have an iPhone 10, if you have an iPhone 11 right now, those are probably all great cameras. The truth is, the difference between the iPhone XR and the iPhone 12 is going to be minuscule, and you probably only will notice it at nighttime, that difference, because on the iPhone 12, the nighttime mode is amazing. But chances are you probably won't be taking that many pictures at nighttime. And also, if you are taking pictures that really need to come out fantastic, you probably have a professional camera present anyway. I am not an IG model. My photos come out fine. I hope. And then we come to water resistance. The iPhone 12 is way more water resistant than the iPhone XR, which I have now. But you know what's the solution to that problem? Just keep your phone away from water. It's really that simple. And then you come to it being more shatter resistant. Now, iPhone has taken great care to make their phone in a ceramic coating, which is great. And it means that if you do get an iPhone 12 and you do decide to not have a case, if you drop it, it will be fine. A solution to that with your current phone is just to not drop your phone. You don't need a phone that's more shatterproof if you don't drop your phone, or if you buy a really nice case. The phone being more shatterproof doesn't necessarily make it more worth it to get the new phone, or does it being waterproof make it more worth it? These are things that your phone already has, and these are easily solvable problems if you just take care of your phone and put it in a case. And then we come to iPhone's 5G capabilities. Now, I did a bit of research into this technology, and it's really going somewhere. The Internet of Things is really going to play off. It's going to connect things like the dishwasher to the laundry, to the heater, to your phone, and really having your entire house connected, even to a car like Tesla. Most people don't need this technology yet. 4G LTE network is probably fast enough for most of you. 5G phones work with 5G networks, and most of your networks are not 5G. Most of the networks in America, most of the networks anywhere in the world are not yet 5G, which means that 4G LTE is one of the fastest technologies still out there and most readily available. Yes, Instagram will load faster. Yes, this video will probably load faster, but is it going to make your life that much better that you need to go in debt for the math that we'll get to shortly? I mean, 5G network sounds like it's really the next technology and it's really the next big thing, and it is, trust me. But for most of you, for most of us, we probably don't need this technology anytime soon. That hasn't been told to you by Apple, of course not, because they wouldn't tell you that, because they're trying to get you to buy a new phone. But I'm going to tell you right now, you probably don't need 5G network for quite some time. All right, so let's get down to some math. I'm not going to get the iPhone 12 because I don't think it's an economical buy. I'm all about being financially responsible. So I'm going to share with you the math on why I don't think the iPhone 12 is a good investment. So my carrier, AT&T, offered to give me $350 credit for my iPhone 10R. Now here's how the math works out. What they're saying is that my phone, the iPhone 10R, which was once worth $750, is now worth no more than $350. That means that I have lost 54% of the value in under 2 years. What that would also imply, if my phone is now worth $350, that means that the iPhone 12 would be worth 220% more, which means it would be 220% better than my phone. I find that hard to believe. On two fronts, I don't think my iPhone has depreciated by that much. So if I were to sell my phone to someone right now, I could probably fetch between $450 to $600 for it, because the truth is, my iPhone is pretty great. What you're saying, if you agree to a deal like this, is that your iPhone is not even half the value of the new one. And that's absurd, because it absolutely is. Now, this math goes one step further. Not only are they telling me that my phone has depreciated more than 50% in value, and that the new iPhone is worth 200% more than my current iPhone, but they're also telling me that if I were to get the credit, I would end up paying just $10 less per month. Now, I don't know about you, but $10 per month less is not that big a deal. So it may sound like you're getting big savings, but at the end of the day, they're still getting your money for another 2.5 years. This is exactly how they want to trap you. Pay attention. This is on top of having a plan, and this is on top of everything else. So if you want to switch carriers, if something happens to your phone for whatever reason, you are stuck for 2.5 years. That is a long time. Now, the second deal that was offered to me, and this may not apply to most of you, but because I have an unlimited plan already, this is what AT&T offered me. They said that if I get a new iPhone 12, then they would give me a credit of, and wait for it, $700, which means I would end up paying just $3.33 per month for the new iPhone 12. Of course, I would have to commit to another 30 months, which is 2.5 years, but I would end up getting the new iPhone 12 for only $100. That's amazing. I thought, and wait for it, until I did the math. And if you work out the cost, you still need to have a line with AT&T, which they charge you for, and you'd still need to have the unlimited plan, which they charge you for. And then you'd still need to be paying that $3. All in all, you'll still end up paying around $100 anyway. Now, because I have an unlimited plan, obviously that is how they would make the money, because they wouldn't be making the money from the iPhone 12, but they would make the money from keeping me on their unlimited plan for another 2.5 years. It works out cost effectively for them. So they practically pay for the phone, but I pay them for unlimited service. And it should be noted that at any point during those 2.5 years that I cut off service, if I decide I don't want unlimited anymore and I'm going to cut back, then they will absolutely charge me the full amount of the phone, up to $1,350, which is the cost of the most expensive iPhone that they offer. That's insane, which means that you don't have freedom to make any decision if you take that $3 deal for the next 2.5 years. So then the big question is, why do you see so many people getting iPhone 12s right now? One, they're a YouTuber. There are so many YouTubers that do unboxing videos, that do this video and that video, and they will make videos and they will show you, but they're showing you because they're going to be making money from getting the iPhone 12. You and most of you won't, and I want to help you to be more financially responsible. I'm not getting the iPhone 12 because I just think that it's not worth it if I already have an iPhone 10. It's a really great phone, don't mind you, and if you have the money and you want to treat yourself, fine. But for those of you who want to be financially responsible, for those of you who feel that you don't need to make this investment, I'm telling you right now, absolutely, you don't have to do that. At the end of the day, the things in this video are not to bash the iPhone 12. Again, I think the iPhone 12 is a fantastic phone. But I do need you guys to really think about why you want to get an iPhone 12. Is it just because it's cool? Or are there other ways that I can be spending my money right now, right? The iPhone 12, I don't think is 200% better than the iPhone 10. And if iPhone or if Apple were to come out and say that, well, that would be a heavy challenge. They'd have to prove that one. Don't feel that you need to get the iPhone 12 because everyone else is getting it. The iPhone 10, the iPhone 8, the iPhone 11 are all really great phones. And if you have a Samsung, don't feel like you need to switch either. If you break down the math of what some of these companies are asking you, they're trying to trap you and they're advertising things to you that you may not need right now. So think about it. I hope I helped someone today. If I can help even one person think about how they're going to spend their lives and even make it better, I've accomplished something today. And at the end of the day, I'll be able to sleep well. I'll see you guys next week.